turn down the lights, and bust out the candles. It's goth rock time. Welcome to A Ronan Does Music, where today we're looking at the second album from the band Twin Tribes called Ceremony. This is a commission from my friend Autumn, that this commission took way too long, and I apologize for that, where she wants me to look at both this album and the other album from this band called Pendulum. It seems like every time I get a commission, it's either for a genre or a part of a genre that I don't listen to too often, or it's at least an album from an artist that I might have forgot even existed. Sometimes for the most part, it's different than usual, and I love that. For that reason, I was extra excited to get into things here, so let's take a look at what this duo has to offer. When it comes to goth-leaning music, whether it relies on being a subgenre of it or being mainly focused on that, I can usually appreciate it for its ability to make the same sort of continued sound come off as more natural, as opposed to how it could be a negative aspect for the album for any other genre if it was the same consistent sort of repeating sound. Here, like I said, it is all natural and it comes off very clean. The consistency of this sort of rock is more appreciated on an album like this, meaning that while Ceremony has this consistent sound, it's nowhere near the end of the world as it may be for anyone else when it comes to doing the same thing over and over. In fact, they excel with this element. There are, of course, differences throughout the album. Not everything is copy and paste, such as how strong the focus is on a piece of the puzzle such as bass, percussion, or guitar individually throughout the track list. But what I enjoy the most is the way that all the songs fit together in a flowing sort of puzzle. From the introduction of Exilio all the way to Shrine, I found it to feel like a complete package I was able to melt into without any issue. Avalon was the first song to sound overtly unique, and yet the instrumentals keep up that similarity among a repeating set of lines throughout the song. This is followed in turn by another song that strays from the path set out in the first three songs, with Obsidian being a moodier track than others, on a decidedly moody album, all things considered. Similar to a lot of other lyrics, this one sees some singing about broken memories and looking onward to give things another go. The overall lyrical aspects of this album lean on negativity, but the insistence on what keeps you pulled in tight to the cold flames this album has is what makes it so good. A personal favorite and arguably the most popular song on the album is Phantasmus, where lead vocalist and guitarist, among other parts of the Twin Tribes machine, Luis Navarro, harps on about seeing something else inside of the person they're singing about. They're singing ghosts, visions, and it lends to the album's seemingly large theme of longing and craving acceptance. This song really just gets that feeling down to a T, and it feels like the leading track in such a big way that's hard to ignore. On the flip side is Seven, or otherwise stylized and written as VII, the very next and possibly least popular song on the album. As I've noted several times already, it relies on a similar vibe and energy that helps the overarching sound, and I think it's, in a way, a perfect complement to the song before it, in how it's able to seamlessly connect, but be so different than the one before. It's a very vital thing to any album, really, but when you have an album that, like I said, has a lot of repetition, a lot of the same elements here and there, it's good to have something that can do both sides of a coin, rather than having one side of that coin to be sort of rusted and not communicated as well. At no point in this album did I sit and think, oh, this song is bad, or even have a thought like this one's not as good. I have my favorites, of course, in personal and critical departments, but I think that the album overall is stellar. The insistence on a tight, cohesive sound pays off when it comes to creating a full project, and fits the genre it lives in like a firm, fingerless glove. While I may not have much to say in terms of criticism, I can safely say that the album itself is one worth checking out if you have the time to do so and are looking for more evening music. For these reasons, Ceremony by Twin Tribes gets a 7 out of 10, and that's a review. We have another one, like I said, coming from Twin Tribes, but I do want to hear what you guys think about this album, what you guys think about the band in general. Go check them out, go listen to this album itself. Thank you again to Autumn for the commission. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're staying hydrated. I'll see you next time.